Well, let's dive into our first art chat, in fact, for this morning. Bathini Kowane is a creative force to be reckoned with, effortlessly blending the boundaries between fashion, art, music, and culture at large. As a fashion designer, of course, she weaves intricate narratives through her garments, but it's her role as a vinyl collector and sonic curator that truly showcases a genius curating soundscapes that transport listeners to far-flung places. And so Bathini spins timeless classics, marrying the improvisational spirit of jazz, and joins us this morning in studio right here to chat a little bit more about her journey and, of course, music that's in her radar. So on that note, Bathini, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So obviously storytelling and music and art, it's all part of your aesthetic. Yes. And I wonder if you could tell us about that journey. When you're looking at the influences of your sound, using vinyl as well, what has that journey been like for you?
I've always been interested in music. Like I've been a musician myself in my younger age. So jazz has introduced me to like a different sort of lifestyle, and which kind of marries into other different art forms, clothing as well, music, fabrics, and, just being an African overall. So it's really, I can't really explain it. It's almost just kind of like, if this is what you are, this is how you express yourself. And it kind of just takes its form as you go, as you explore, you interact with people, you listen to new music, you travel to different places. Yeah, it's pretty much just a combination of just a lifestyle and everything, how everything comes together.
Well, it's the creative force, right? That spirit. And we're offline, we were chatting about how it's actually a movement, right? Vinyl collecting and playing music. What is that distinct difference for you? When did you fall in love? When did that moment happen for you?
I joined a group of music lovers and also collectors that were listening to jazz, consuming it on vinyl and CDs, but I fell in love with jazz because, the format of vinyl, because of how you engage with the music. Unlike listening passively, you actually engage, because you have to flip a vinyl, even if you're playing a specific track, you have to actually lift the needle and put it somewhere. So it's more a kind of a presence that you need to kind of go through when you are listening to the music. It's also meditative, and it's like you enjoy sort of listening to music even on your own because it's so engaging.
Yeah, and it's nostalgic, right?
Because
you can also pinpoint moments, or we can pinpoint moments of our lives to it. And when you're creating your fashion, your ceramics as well, is it playing in the background?
Always.
Does it take you to a certain space and place as well?
Always.
So what's that process for you?
Music has always been a part of everything that I do. So even if I'm doing pottery, because pottery I do it at a different studio, so I can't take my record player there. But there's always music in my ears, like when I'm playing with my earphones. But I'm mostly very present with music when I listen and play at home with the records. So it's, because you have to turn a vinyl, you can't, it's more like you're sitting, you're reading liner notes, you're flipping through what am I playing next, or you think of something and you Google it that's related to what you're listening to, or something you find on the liner notes. So it's very engaging. It's really hard to do it passively.
Yeah. It's a language of its own, right?
Yes.
It's universal language that we all understand. So, are there any other artists that you're listening to that's recently inspired you?
Aja Monet, I'm quite obsessed with her recent album. But I listen to a lot of new age jazz, like the New York jazz scene right now. Also Europe, but a lot of South African as well. I'm very active in the local jazz scene because we actually can go and attend their live performances, and a lot of them are starting to press their music on records, So it's nice to be able to have these artifacts of South African jazz musicians that you can get and see and interact with and play it at home, So when we have in instances where I'm called out to play somewhere, it's so nice to be able to play South African jazz from what I would say age mates from the scene that is pressed on vinyl, and be able to share that with people.
I asked that because, jazz in itself is a form of resistance, and we spoke about how vinyl playing and listening is a movement as well. And so with that evolution, especially now that our artists are also reflected, through that, what do you think that has now translated to when we're looking at where we are as a society, what our values are, what we're also still challenged with? What gives you hope as you immerse yourself in that big experience?
For me, I've always known that culture and cultural activities like music, jazz musicians doing what they're doing is an important part of life. With like we went through COVID, most of us were keeping sane through all these outputs from musicians, filmmakers and all of that. So it's a really important part of our existence. And being able to support them in a way that they get money in the pocket by having a real artifact that you can buy. You know, like we used to buy CDs a lot.
Yes.
And that was money in the pocket for the artists, you know what I mean? So having that format for the local jazz musicians as well, it's really nice to be able to interact in that way instead of just streaming all the time, because they don't make that much from that.
Yeah.
And being able to support them when they're performing live as well. So, but it's a keepsake. It's also a way of archiving and archiving our music for our generations to come, our children.
I like that you said that because it makes it timeless as well. But also because of your design and fashion. I mean, trends are evolving, and so there's that essence of keeping up with trends as well. How do you merge the two? So you've got the timeless essence of the music, and then obviously the fashion, and it's sort of what comes through in your ceramics and your fashion.
It's like, just like with music, you find a specific song or a specific artist, and you research the person, they lead you to something else. With the fashion as well, it's a constant exploration of fabrics, because I love prints, you know.
Yes.
So I love handmade prints like the ones I'm wearing now. This dress is made from batik, handmade batiks that we make in West Africa, in East Africa. So the engagement with that and exploring all the types of ways that the textiles are made, just an exploring type of thing, and just being curious enough to say, okay, what's next, what's happening there? It's more like I don't follow trends necessarily. And jazz, for example, is not like a trend type of music genre. You can't say what's in now, because we're still listening to Coltrane, you know, we're still listening to Miles Davis.
Miles, absolutely.
So it's pretty much the same with my clothes. I try to keep it timeless and not really follow trends too much. Yeah.
And to overcome your own inertia, your own challenges, even creative blocks. I mean, you mentioned COVID. Yes, artists became more prominent,
100%.
but we also have to face ourselves, and that's the vulnerability that comes through not only in your music, but also your designs. What's that process like for you to regain and recenter?
Music and solitude with the music.
Okay.
And reading, and but mostly music. It really is a friend, you know, so, and being able to consume the music in the way that we do with vinyl, it gives you a different type of connection with it and yourself.
Is that authenticity? Is that how you describe and maintain the authenticity?
100%.
Okay. Yeah. And so with some of the other influences, and we see the way music is also going, I mean, are you proud of what we're contributing to the world stage? Or do you think we also
100%.
diluted a little bit?
Sorry.
No, go ahead. And this is critique, right? And this is your experience. So tell us. I mean, what do you think of?
Well, I think with any genre or any type of thing, there'll always be dilution, but there'll always be a small community or a small subsector where we keep it pure. You know. So I like to think I'm one of the purists in this regard. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then in terms of performances and where else we can catch you, I mean, we're entering the season now, right? Spring comes. This is when artists really take center stage. We're looking at heritage as well, the importance of identity. And that is something that is deeply entrenched for you, that the clarity really, really comes through. What are you looking forward to the most in showcasing as we edge closer to the rest of the year?
I'm looking forward to doing more events and playing more, because playing jazz in the format that we're playing it now is not such a common thing. So it's a growing thing within our, our space, cultural space. So to be able to be sort of seen as a jazz curator, jazz DJ, playing records for people, that's something I'm hoping that will keep going and growing. I hope I'll be a big part of that. So looking forward to more developments there.
All right. Well, winter's almost over.
Sure.
You're keeping that spirit of jazz alive. It's timeless, it's classic, but it's now. Bathini, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Bathini Kowane chatting about her journey, of course, in the creative space. Vinyl collector, vinyl DJ, jazz expert as well, and obviously just looking at her fashion journey and some of the ceramics that she also dabbles in to express herself. Again, thank you to her for joining us at this hour. We're going to be right back after this with more arts news. Stay tuned.